Jennifer Martinez stood at the observation deck of the Resolute, humanity's flagship dreadnought, watching the distant shimmer of the Galaxy Council's diplomatic station. Her reflection in the reinforced transparent aluminum showed a woman who had aged a decade in the past 3 years, dark circles under her eyes, streaks of premature gray in her black hair, and a jaw set in permanent defiance. "They're hailing us again," Alex Chen said from behind her, his voice carrying the exhaustion of Earth's chief military strategist. He held a datapad displaying the Council's 17th attempt at communication in the past hour. Jennifer didn't turn around. "Let them wait. They made us wait for 3 years while our colonies burned. The war had started with a mistake, or so the Galaxy Council claimed. A Zarathian battle group had obliterated New Providence, humanity's agricultural colony in the Tau Ceti system. 15 million souls vaporized in nuclear fire. The Council had offered thoughts and concerns and promised a full investigation. That investigation had concluded, after 18 months, that it was an unfortunate navigational error during a Zarathian military exercise. No reparations, no justice, just diplomatic platitudes. When humanity demanded accountability, the Council had offered peace talks. Jennifer had led Earth's delegation with genuine hope, believing that reason and evidence would prevail. She had been naive. "The quantum entanglement communicator is picking up increased chatter from Council military frequencies," Alex reported, moving to stand beside her. His reflection joined hers in the viewport, a shorter man with sharp features and the kind of analytical eyes that saw patterns others missed. "They're repositioning their fleets." "Good," Jennifer said coldly. "Let them scramble." The peace talks had been a masterclass in bureaucratic cruelty. For every piece of evidence humanity presented, the Council demanded corroboration from neutral sources, sources they controlled. For every witness testimony, they questioned credibility. When humanity's forensic AI reconstructed the Zarathian attack trajectory proving premeditation, the Council rejected artificial intelligence as inadmissible evidence. Then came the insult that broke the diplomatic facade. The Council had awarded the Zarathian Empire a seat on the Peacekeeping Committee, the very body that was supposed to adjudicate the New Providence incident. Alex had been the one to discover the real reason. While Jennifer negotiated in futility, he had hacked into Council data networks, an act that would have meant execution if discovered. What he found changed everything. New Providence hadn't been a mistake. It had been a demonstration. The Zarathians had lobbied the Council for permission to test human resolve before humanity could expand further into contested territories. The Council, dominated by species that had stagnated technologically for millennia, had seen humanity's rapid advancement as a threat. They had given tacit approval, expecting humans to accept their place in the galactic hierarchy after a show of force. They had miscalculated catastrophically. "Ma'am, Admiral Okonkwo reports all battle groups are in position," Alex said, checking his datapad. "Operation Reckoning is ready to execute on your order." Jennifer finally turned from the viewport. Behind her, through the transparent barrier, the Council station hung in space like a monument to bureaucratic arrogance. A massive ring structure housing representatives from 47 species, built from materials humanity had helped mine and refine when they first joined the galactic community. How quickly gratitude turned to contempt. "Tell me again what we found in the Zarathian military archives," she said quietly. Alex's jaw tightened. He had been the one to decrypt those files personally. After New Providence, they planned to systematically eliminate our outer colonies one by one. Death by 1,000 cuts. The Council knew. They sanctioned it as measured containment of an emerging species. Jennifer nodded slowly. She had memorized every word of those files, had read the clinical language describing the deaths of billions of humans over a projected 50-year campaign. The Council had planned to keep humanity confined to the Sol system, perpetually dependent on their guidance. Status of the Council's defensive fleet? She asked. Minimal, Alex replied with grim satisfaction. They've relied on the honor system for 3,000 years. Their weapons are ceremonial. Their shields are designed for asteroid deflection, not military-grade ordnance. And the Zarathian home fleet? Alex allowed himself a thin smile. The beauty of quantum entanglement communication is that it can't be intercepted, but their conventional FTL relay network can be. They think they're being subtle, moving ships toward Earth. They have no idea we've been reading their mail for 6 months. Jennifer walked to the command chair at the center of the observation deck. Around her, holographic displays materialized, showing the tactical situation across 12 star systems. Humanity's fleets, built in secret shipyards in the asteroid belts and Kuiper belts of their colonies, powered by fusion drives the Council thought were still theoretical, armed with weapons developed from physics the Council had deemed too dangerous to pursue, were poised like a drawn blade. Counselor Thex is hailing you personally now, Alex reported. He's using the emergency override frequency. Put him through. Audio only. The reedy, synthesized voice of the Corvathian senior counselor filled the deck. Ambassador Martinez, we implore you to reconsider this rash action. The Council is prepared to reopen negotiations regarding the New Providence incident with fresh perspectives. Counselor, Jennifer interrupted, her voice like ice. Humanity came to you seeking justice. You offered us theater. We came seeking peace. You offered us platitudes while planning our extinction. There was a pause. I don't understand what you mean. Yes, you do. We have the files, Counselor, all of them. We know about the containment protocol. We know about the Zarathian campaign plan. We know that you knew. The silence that followed was damning. Ambassador, please. Thex's voice cracked with genuine fear now. The Council was operating under outdated threat assessment models. We were wrong. We can make this right. You had 3 years to make it right, Jennifer said. You chose bureaucracy over justice. You chose political expedience over morality. You made your choice. Now we make ours. She gestured to Alex, who opened a galaxy-wide broadcast channel. Every species in Council space would hear what came next. This is Ambassador Jennifer Martinez of the Terran Confederation. As of this moment, humanity formally withdraws from the Galaxy Council and renounces all treaties and agreements made under its auspices. The Council has proven itself morally bankrupt and institutionally corrupt. She paused, letting that sink in across 1,000 worlds. Furthermore, the Terran Confederation recognizes a state of war exists between humanity and the Zarathian Empire, and between humanity and any Council species that provides material support to Zarathian military operations. Operation Reckoning is now in effect. Across 12 star systems, human warships began moving with coordinated precision that shocked Council observers. The Resolute and her sister ships engaged their quantum tunneling drives. Technology humanity had developed by pursuing the dangerous physics the Council had suppressed for their own political stability. In the span of 12 minutes, humanity's fleets appeared simultaneously at Zarathian military installations across their empire. The strikes were surgical, devastating, and absolutely merciless. Zarathian battle stations that had taken centuries to build were reduced to expanding clouds of plasma. Their war fleets, caught unprepared, were systematically dismantled. Jennifer watched the tactical displays with no satisfaction, only grim necessity. This wasn't triumph. This was survival. The Council fleet is powering up what weapons they have, Alex reported. Should we? No, Jennifer said firmly. We fire only on Zarathian military targets. The Council wants to see what happens when you push humanity too far. Let them watch and learn. Within 6 hours, the Zarathian military capacity was reduced by 73%. Their home world, untouched but blockaded, transmitted unconditional surrender. The Galaxy Council, watching from their station, finally understood their mistake. Humanity hadn't been coming to the peace talks as supplicants begging for scraps of justice. They had been offering the Council one last chance to prove that civilization meant something beyond the comfort of the powerful. The Council had failed that test. Now they would live in a galaxy where humanity no longer asked for permission, no longer sought validation from institutions that valued order over justice. Jennifer stood again at the viewport, watching as Council ships began quietly withdrawing from the theater. Not to fight, to flee. "Alex," she said quietly, "send a message to Earth. Tell them New Providence has been avenged, and tell them we're coming home." But both of them knew home would never be the same. Humanity had abandoned peace talks and embraced a harder truth. In a galaxy where justice was optional, strength was mandatory. The Council had recognized their mistake. The question was whether they had learned from it. Jennifer suspected they would spend the next 1,000 years finding out. End.